So as we all know, AOC, she's been out on the campaign trail with Bernie Sanders, stumping for Zohran Mamdani, who's absolutely going to win the mayoral election for NYC. And Riley Gaines Mason, she's not happy about that one little bit.
You just disagree with her being a socialist. That's all. You disagree with her politics. And she starts these low blows. She starts with you finishing 5th in the national championship among D1 swimmers. And Brian gave me some stats earlier. He said only 14% of college students play sports at the college level. 5% play D1, and only 1%, Riley, finish in the top 5. So I wish almost you hadn't challenged her to a debate. I wish you had challenged her to the 200-yard freestyle or the 200-yard butterfly, because you would win in a debate and you would kick her tail if you had to swim against her.
Yeah, man, Ainsley, I just cannot understand this line of argument that the Democratic Party is using. It doesn't matter if I finish 1st, 5th in the nation or 55th, okay? The problem is not me.
I don't know why all of these women are so triggered by Riley Gaines. It's not just AOC, it's Simone Biles too. Riley Gaines is a rock star. She has given voice to millions of young female women and athletes like my sister, who got up early in the morning when it was still dark out in college and ran the 100-meter hurdles at a Division I school, SEC school like University of Florida. Riley Gaines gave voice to women like my sister, athletes across the country. And Simone Biles, AOC, I don't think you're an athlete, AOC, but you should be cheering her on nevertheless for fighting for other female athletes.
Riley Gaines jumped on the bandwagon of, oh my God, here comes a brown socialist, Zohran Mamdani. He's going to destroy the whole of NYC. He's going to tear down the country. And AOC, she had to remind her that she's made her whole entire personality off coming 5th place in a swim meet.
No matter what he's doing, that house doesn't belong to him, New York. It belongs to us. It belongs to the people of this country. And I want us all to remember and to know that the future, our future, is not determined by a despot in a house built by enslaved people. Our future will be determined not in a house built by slaves, but in a city built by freemen, in a city built by unionists and immigrants and suffragists. The bricks laid by working people, past, present, and future, the seamstresses and the unionists who paid for our rights in blood. This city was built by the Irish escaping famine, Italians fleeing fascism, Jews escaping Holocaust, Black Americans fleeing slavery and Jim Crow, Latinos seeking a better life, Native people standing for themselves, Asian Americans coming together in Queens, in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Manhattan, in Staten Island, in this country, in a vision to build the freest, toughest, and greatest city on earth, and we will not stop now, New York. It is no surprise. NYC, baby, NYC.
One thing I want to say about Riley Gaines, as she sits there and has the moral high ground against AOC, when I look at people, if I were to say who's more Christ-like, I would pick AOC and the atheist Jew Bernie Sanders and the Muslim Zohran Mamdani a million times over you, Riley Gaines, because Riley Gaines, all you do is hate on people. You are wound up like a cheap clock over trans people. You show them no grace, no compassion. You defend billionaires. You cheer and celebrate when children are zip tied. And then you have the audacity to get on television and try to lecture people who fight for the people that are suffering, that stand and put their arms around people that need sanctuary. And you try to act like you're better than they are. You're an insufferable. Nobody likes you. And no matter what, you will always have been the dumb bitch that tied for 5th place. And the only place that you could get a job is at bottom feeder Fox News, you insufferable. Nobody likes you, except for the other fake Christians that enjoy in their spare time watching children get zip tied and then sit there and justify it while they read the Bible with their hideous crucifixes around their necks. So you, Riley Gaines.
There was a little bit of a seismic shift in politics. All of you noticed it over the weekend. We saw our clearest sign yet that this radical insurgent movement in the Democrat Party is succeeding. And they are ending what has always been known as the Democrat Party in America. After a months-long pressure campaign from the far left, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries finally relented. He gave in, and he gave his endorsement to the socialist running to be mayor of New York City. The House Democrats have chosen a side. They were forced to by that far left that they're so terrified of, and they've shown the world what they really believe. There is no longer a place for centrists and moderates in their party. The candidate that they have endorsed, Mamdani, is somebody who we've talked about a lot from this podium. He's sympathized with Hamas and openly embraced anti-Semitic language. He has called to, quote, seize the means of production because he is a Marxist. He's called to abolish our borders, to abolish and end immigration enforcement, to defund the police and to legalize prostitution, among a long list of hits that I could share with you. Zohran Mamdani is expected to take the helm of one of the most important cities in the world and the largest city in America. And he now has the full blessing of the Democrat leader in the House of Representatives. It is shocking. And that leader and all the other Democrats are going to co-own the consequences of what they do to America's largest city. Every reporter in this room should be asking every House Democrat individually whether they too agree with Hakeem's endorsement of the Marxist agenda. It's an extraordinary moment in the history of American politics, as this is not the kind of history that we need to be making. What we're witnessing is truly the end of the Democratic Party as we've known it. And even some Democrats are now saying that out loud.
At this point, it's pretty clear that Zohran's going to be the next mayor of NYC. Actually, in a recent poll from Emerson and the Hill, he was up by 25 points. Now, I don't know what elections you've ever paid attention to, but if you're about 25 points, you're not coming back. This isn't a football game. This isn't a basketball game. You don't really have an opportunity to just completely change people's minds. On top of the fact that Andrew Cuomo went out in disgrace. You know, all the sexual assault allegations and just him being a general asshole, and him also having 10 years in that position. People don't want that. People don't want more of the same. People want new. People want change. People have a difficult time affording their rent payments. Grocery prices are going up and up. And Zohran Mamdani, not only does he have good ideas that at least we should try out, he's also a young, fresh face, and that's what the people are feeling right now. Eric Adams went out in disgrace. He already dropped out of the race, and the whole notion that, oh, everybody's going to leave if Zohran becomes mayor just isn't true. Especially when you look at regular, everyday people who can't afford to just up and leave. They got their whole lives there. And then also, if the billionaires want to up and leave, well, goodbye, y'all can go. Make space. Make room for other people to take over. But they're not going to do that anyway. Leave and go where? What, you going to go to Seattle? You going to go to L.A.? You going to go to other blue cities where taxes are going to befall you? And let's face it, these people can afford it anyway. You know, the regular, everyday people, we got to have our taxes raised. We got to have our prices raised, but 2% tax increase on people who have over $1 billion in assets. No, we can't have that. People just aren't buying it anymore. It doesn't sell. And like I said, it's pretty obvious and pretty clear that Zohran is coming strong. So let's go ahead and do what we need to do to secure this election.